So, here we are again, working from the heart. I'm Stephen Carlson. Today's topic is My Job Keeps Me Safe. And so often, we do what we do in work just out of a feeling that we need to we need to have some kind of position, some kind of place, some kind of role as we engage with the world. It's a natural thing to want to have that kind of security. But in my experience, it's the wanting of that security, by definition, that also means a lack of that security. So, this is not really about letting go of being safe, but it's that sense that I want safety. And again, we're going to be exploring this using the Sedona method, a simple toolbox for letting go of limiting emotions, thoughts, and stories and beliefs. And so there's nothing that you need to believe in or accept. It's simply an invitation to explore what's true for you. If you're ready, find yourself someplace where you won't be interrupted. Take a breath and just allow yourself to be. Let things drop. Let things settle. And just notice what is. And then think of that phrase, my job keeps me safe. I need employment. I need a position. I need a role, a title, a job to keep me safe. And notice what that brings up. Any old memories, stories, beliefs. You might notice images, sounds, even that voice in the head talking. You might also notice sensations coming up in the body. That's very often how feelings are expressed. So whatever's coming up for you, could you just let that be here? Give it permission. I need a job to be safe. Let that be true as it seems to be in the moment. And just notice how it shows up. And then when you're ready, check for that no, the pushing against, the wanting to change this. You might also notice this as judgment, because you shouldn't, or you should. You might also notice this as a wanting to hold on, to figure it out. All of these things are simply a manifestation of that desire to control. So, if that's what's coming up, let that be here. Give it permission, and just notice all that comes up. And then notice how personal it seems to feel. Notice that sense of me, story, drama. And just allow that to be here. Give it permission if that's what's coming up. And then 3 simple questions. Could you let that go? Either answer is correct, yes or no. Would you let that go? When? All right, that's round 1. Let's go back again. Think of the phrase, my job keeps me safe. It also could be, I need a job to keep me safe. if you're unemployed or looking. Safety comes from having a job, a position, employment, a title, an income, a salary. Notice how true that might feel in this moment. And notice also what's associated with that, any kinds of stories, beliefs, thoughts that come up. And notice also any sensations in the body. Very often these sensations appear here in the core, from the throat down to the groin, but it could be other places as well. Just notice any constriction, tightness, uncomfort, discomfort. And then any resistance to having it be this way. Give that permission as best you can, and notice how that comes up. Let's go back and forth just a little bit. I need a job to be safe. Any resistance? I need a job to be safe. Any no, pushing against, holding on, any desire to control. I need a job to be safe. And any resistance. So sometimes going back and forth like that holistically can help shake things loose. So, let's just check again to see. Again, the phrase, I need a job to keep me safe. Notice how that might be different from how it felt when we started already. You may notice a certain change. I need a job to be safe. Let that be as true for you as it seems to be. And notice in particular any feelings that come up in the body, any sensations which show up. And can you turn your focus entirely to what's happening in the body, just as best you can. So now, see if you can zoom into that feeling, like you'd reach out and pinch the screen of your phone to make something bigger. See if you can zoom into that sensation in the body of, I need a job to be secure. And zoom in once again. And even one more time. And really just allow it as best you can. Now a little game, just for fun. Is it possible? Would you be open to the possibility that that's simply raw energy in the body? Notice that you've given meaning to what is simply sensation. And notice also by comparison, there's a difference between emotional pain and physical pain. Well, they both express in the body. But for example, if you hit your hand with a hammer, whoa, that would be intense. And anything that you're feeling right now in terms of emotion is going to be a lot less than that. And yet, that kind of sensation can really be disturbing. And yet, It's nothing compared to hitting your hand with a hammer. So again, what if whatever you might be feeling in the body is just raw energy passing through awareness? And check and see, is it the same as when you started? Has it changed? Is it shifting? Right. There may still be a residue. There may still be something there. And check and see, is that something that you'd like to control? There we go. So just as best you can, accept or allow any sense that you'd like this to be different. Because why wouldn't you? And then whatever remains, could you just let that go? Let that drop. Let that fade away, dissipate, evaporate. Would you? When? There we go. So we're reaching the end of 15 minutes here. Let's just go back once again and check and see what's present. The sense of, I need a job to be safe. I need employment, a role, a title, a contract, a client. And just open up to what is here now. And let's just check and see, is it the same as when we started, or is it possible this might have shifted, even just a little bit? Sometimes these shifts seem microscopic, almost. Nevertheless, every little shift is a move towards freedom. And so it's good to pay attention to how these feelings change in just the course of 15 minutes. What you let go is something that you've let go of forever. And any gains that you enjoy are yours to enjoy forever. So that's it for today. Remember, you can go back and watch this video over and over again to gain even more freedom around the topic. Thanks for joining me. That's it for now.